Just tell me when we're live.
Yes.
Yes, we are live. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. What's happening, people? Welcome to the General Banter podcast. My guest today, the one and only Aaron McCann. I put cheering on there.
I'm raw dogging.
Oh, he's raw dogging with the headphones. I do have a set around here somewhere, but Mickey was the last one to have them on. They're slippery. Shout out to our sponsors, our OG sponsors, manscaped.com. They've been sponsoring us from day one. They're not going to probably sponsor us any longer once they see the fake ad that we made for the live podcast. Say nothing. Wrong button. Do you have a Manscaped?
I do not have a Manscaped.
I have an out second-hand one here. You can have it.
Now, is there any, like, at all, like, cuts to the bag when you're using it, or is it, like, gleaming?
No. It's anti-snag technology, but I don't think they ever claim to be 100% snag-free. Mm-hmm. If you're going at it, like, hardcore, you know what I mean? If you went at it hardcore with a fucking baby's nail file, you'd cut it.
I would just make a wee day of it, put on some fucking...
What I will say
nice
is it's all about tautness. Pull it tight and go against the grain.
Do they have before and after pics on their website?
No, they don't.
Bushy bag versus post Manscaped bag?
No, I think they just let you find out yourself.
Nice.
Because everyone's bag's different. But anyway, if you use the code GEMBAT1, you get 20% off, Aaron.
Fantastic.
But it's a whole pack, man. It's a whole journey. It's an odyssey they send you on. You buy this bag, and it's like a leather travel bag. It's got the Manscaped it's got the fucking Lawnmower 4.0 in it.
The Lawnmower 4.0?
Yeah, they're up to 4.0 now. It's got a light on it. It's
Holy
waterproof,
fuck.
so you can literally shave your nuts in an underwater cenote.
Night vision?
And what else? They got the thing. The weed whacker goes up your nose. Ball toner, ball deodorant, anything to do with your balls. They've got their own cologne, which is
What's that smell like?
wealth.
Right?
It doesn't it? No, it smells like fucking. It smells like a dude on a yacht in Dubai. Creed event. No, shut up, man. But anyway,
Fucking nice. Gonna lose you a sponsor over here?
I've figured it out. GEMBAT1 for 20% off. Shout out to Manscaped. Thank you. And you know what our second one is? The Calm app.
Nice.
This podcast is sponsored by the Calm app.
Yeah.
And if you go to calm.com, I'm bringing it down a bit. If you go to calm.com and use the code Banter now, is that correct? Yes. Use the code. Use the code.
That's
Banter.
very like
That wasn't very calm.
Headmaster. Bro, there's Headmaster vibes.
Well, there's a box of mics. I'm sweating. Anyway, use the Calm app. When you hear this, use the code Banter, get 40% off.
Jesus
man.
Christ.
40%.
You believe somebody not getting that? In fact, kill two birds with one stone and get the Calm app and put something on the background while you shave your bag.
Exactly.
Therapeutic.
They've got like, we do joke. I did have a Calm app. I do have a Calm app. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Breathing exercises. They got the nighttime stories for adults.
Fantastic.
Matthew McConaughey being like, well, hello there.
Oh, he's the go-to.
Go to sleep. He's got that.
Yeah.
Are you sleepy?
Yeah.
Just take off your knickers.
Just going to sleep with an erection.
Yeah. We're definitely losing a sponsor. But they've got all that stuff on there. They've got the guided meditations. You know what I mean? Everyone's stressed. Everyone's rushing back from work and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, go to calm.com. Use the code Banter. Get 40% off.
Nice.
It's great times. It keeps the lights on, and we've plenty of lights here. I'm playing the intro now.
General Banter podcast with Colin Jedis.
Now we can really start into the real business, Aaron. You're vaping now full time, yes?
Yes, I have a crippling strawberry kiwi addiction.
Are you sucking her down? Like, is there nicotine in it, or are you doing it for the?
Well, I was saying to the Nile, I was like, how long would one of them yokes last you? And he was like, 2 weeks. And mine's last for the duration of a rom-com. I just sit and blare away at it, and then it's gone. Like.
I see, that's the issue. You do it inside.
Yeah.
Like you can. There's certain limitations to where you can smoke a fag.
Yeah.
For most people.
Well, it's like an event. You want to go for a fag, whatever.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I quit.
But if you just have this thing by your side, you're fucking like Nunu from the Teletubbies just all day.
Yeah, just slurping away at it.
Yeah. I'll use it as a conversation buffer. Someone's chatting to me, and I'll think of what they're saying. Just.
It's bad crack.
It's a nightmare.
But I think you're probably just in it for the taste. Yeah.
I think.
You're like, what's this? Air sweeties?
A good substitute would just be a milkshake for me every now and then.
It's just like it's flavored lip balm.
Yeah.
I was thinking you could just rub it around your lips and be like, It does smell good though. I remember Tom the Bear got out of the car one time. He'd driven from fucking Tipperary. So we had 4 hours of like fumigating his car. And he got out of the car and I was like, God damn, it smells good.
Yeah.
It smells like
what flavour? What kind of a flavour of Montana? Turf?
Just leather and blood. I don't know.
It's so funny for like, because Tom the Bear is like a fucking, if you had to, craft like a man's man, you know what I mean? And he just gets out fucking.
Nah, he's all full of shit. That's a whole act. We went out one day to film a sketch and we were able to shoot like bows and arrows. Can't look like he'd never seen one in his life.
It looks like one of them boys could like, go into the middle of a forest somewhere and just make himself a wee fucking breakfast and just sit in the tent. He's very like.
He looks like that.
Yeah.
But I think
it's the mullet.
No, he's his wife's posh and all. He'd be in the middle of the thing going, is there wild avocados growing out here?
Yeah. Well, good's a forest if there's no hummus.
I'm trying to write a new bit at the minute about my son turning down like really hipster foods.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I made you avocado and toast. You're like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, this is the latest in food technology.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's
claiming that like I didn't even see an avocado till 2017.
Yeah.
I honestly don't really remember it.
Could take or leave them.
I remember like people saying guac is extra at Belgium, and for fucking 12 years I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
And I was like, guac, I'm too scared, I'm too nervous to ask. But then, avocados and, became a thing, but it was like not that long ago. There was no, like when I was a kid, people weren't like, put that in the list.
Well,
Avocados,
it's
spuds.
this is where the restaurant industry is fucked, because it doesn't really matter nowadays how tasty your food is or the quality of your cocktails. It's more so, do they look good on Instagram?
True.
Like that Alchemist, don't know if you've ever been there? The fucking like cocktail pub?
No.
Where it's like, you'll order like a standard cocktail and the cunt gets a fucking Bunsen burner out and there's like a whole smoke show and all and fucking write your name in the smoke and all this shit. And it tastes like shit.
Well, that's it. Like no one needs the... Like, the places that are really knocking it out, they're not on fucking Instagram all day. Like,
yeah.
There's a girl, shout out to her, she was at Lavish one night, feminist foodie, and she'll fucking go in somewhere and be like, oh, just had a meal in here, and she'll be like, does anyone want to hear my honest review?
See, I like that though.
And then like 2,000 people will be like, yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fucking tastes like shit.
Good for her. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You need the raw opinion.
But she'll fucking be doing it while she's waiting on a dessert in the place. She's finished and be like, do you want to hear what I think of this? It's fucking...
This place is a fucking yet hole. Yeah, that's my cheesecake.
Yeah. Good job I had a big lunch and be fucking throwing this shit up anyway. Yeah. Creme brulee. Creme brulee, please.
Do you know what I like though? You know the cut, like this is like, it's so no shame that I really respect it. The guy that brings his own table with him to everywhere. He is endless value. It's my go-to hangover watch.
We talked about this a million times, but the fact in the early videos that he would fast forward the tune, I was like, respect.
Yeah.
You know what? He doesn't know how to edit it, but he knows it's obscene, so he's just like, and he gets through it. Fair play to him.
Yeah, it's great. And he's the most mannerly man of all time.
He's got a bit of game to him as well, because he'd be outside some fucking, it was like Nigerian food truck or something. He's like, oh, you come here often and all of it. And then the next minute, these two black girls are fucking dirty whining all over him.
Fucking them at the table.
Yeah, you dirty bastard. Fast forward that chewing. The man's wife died, God rest her. Oh, wrong button.
What I would say though is it does concern me for him though, because at least your guy that did Man versus Food, like he had like a real intense fucking training regimen. This guy is just kind of
after a while. Adam Richmond was near dead at one point.
Yeah,
we was just sitting there like falling asleep mid bite and all that. But then he got fit sort of, and then they couldn't use him anymore. And then he had a book that came out where he basically was like, he's like, hey, I'm Adam Richmond. He was all Mr. Nice Guy, and then he just was fucking clapping cheeks the whole way around America.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he used to call into colleges like, I'm doing your food truck challenge, and then he's like, ladies, who wants to fucking eat another hot dog?
I'll tell you what, I couldn't look at a shuck after a faded brisket. You know what I mean? I had fair play to him. There's some stamina going there.
Stamina? That's the name of the podcast. Building stamina.
My tea's gone, Carl. I'm wondering why.
33% longer, more stamina.
That's what I...
So you're telling me if you had a bit of barbecue and someone was just like, Aaron, do you want to clap these cheeks? You'd be like, I'm all right, love.
I'm foundered.
I'm waiting on a cheesecake.
I swear to God. See, whenever... By the way, you missed nothing in Austin. This might be a bit of a hot take. Austin barbecue is the most overrated pile of shite I've ever consumed in my life.
Do you know what? I don't want to say I told you so, but I sort of would expect... I'm just like, where's this big bang of flavour coming from that everyone's talking about?
You would get a better cut of meat anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you go into this fuck... He's vaping now too, for fuck. Where'd you get that? fuck's going on here, man?
It's so wild, boy. Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that in the shops? Did you sell that to you?
That cunt got you, does it?
Have you told you to stick your fucking dick in the fire? Would you do that too?
I would have at home the strawberry kiwi, eh?
I fucking might. Your pish probably smells like strawberry kiwi at this point. Probably tastes like that. That is your piss.
I just pish mist.
That's the name of the podcast.
Pish mist.
Pish mist.
It's a good emo band name, actually.
You put your ear up to the bathroom door. It's just like...
Open the door, stars in your eyes.
You know, I think Tim has in his bedroom for meditating.
Aye.
It just queefs out. It just queefs out mist all day.
I was looking up, them morning routine videos where everyone's like, oh, the key to having good mental health is actually having a really good morning routine.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always like, I get up at 5 a.m. I fucking come home, my cold shower, I have a gratitude journal where I write down the 3 things I'm grateful for every day.
This is the bit I do, literally word for word.
I was like, I'll just kill myself because that's far too much admin to be the guy at the occasional party that does finger guns. It's way too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, who gives a fuck what order it's in? I was listening to shout out to our boy Phil Graham, and he was like, morning routines are a full waste of time.
Yeah,
he's like, just get up and do like the annoying work right away.
Well, it's good to do that because I've been freestyling my mornings for the past fucking 20 odd years.
Yeah, I'm sure. My morning routine is I hear the baby through the monitor going da 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 da, and I get up with neither of my eyes working correctly, with my cock a swinging, and I bash.
Tumble out of bed, my cock is swinging,
and I fucking bounce off the walls going down the landing, and then I take him out of the cot like morning. He's like da wake up box, and then I'm like, fucking, will you give me 2 minutes, you man?
I haven't seen Eddie in ages. He's the coolest kid going. Like he's so funny.
He's pretty cool.
He's hilarious. I'd never seen a baby before. You didn't know what was your way in. Maureen opened up the cupboard and he goes, hot sauce. You never heard that in my house, like.
Pish mist?
Unless my dad going like, get this shit out of here.
Hot sauce, where are we in Pakistan?
Get this foreign shit out of here.
I love those old boys you get from here where they're like, onions? Where am I, Bangladesh? Fuck off.
And them red.
A red one. Fucking medium rare, is
that purple too?
Look at my fucking red onion. That's purple. Yeah, I remember and you still get people like that where they're like, they'll go to eat a thing and be like, was this prepared in a room that had garlic in it?
Well, that's why bistros exist, because them people need to be catered to. You know what I mean? They're never going to go out of that palette, which is fine. Like, you know what I mean? It's good food. But my ma is the prime example. We've talked before on here about her.
Chinese omelette.
Oh yeah.
And I fucking slagged it till I got one.
Pretty banging, right?
It was a char siu pork. Oh, Fu Young.
Now, let me tell you something. She's not getting that.
No, I
maybe just like egg whites and a bit of chicken.
Aye. Chicken, which is feeling mad.
Spice it up.
No, this was char siu. Well, char siu pork's not spicy, but it was pork in the omelette. And then it was like a nice sauce over the top.
The ones at the cafe tried to, just for their own entertainment, get me to try Naga wings. And
you're like, Naga, please. I'm not eating that.
And I'm like, here, no hard way. Fucking team salt and pepper. Fuck seasoning. Don't worry, get that shit.
I get the lemon pepper tinglies.
Fuck that shit.
I know.
There is though a bit of like, dudes that love spice, sometimes there's like a stage where it gets to the point where they're like, oh, I just want the spiciest thing possible, and then they have to go home after it because they've totally fucked it. They've had something that no human should consume.
Our boy Ewan there, he's known as the hot dude. The hot dude. He can deal with a hot spice. But I look at him sometimes, I'm like, bro, you're not enjoying that.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's all for show. You see the same shit with guys that are drinking like these ales. And they're like scrunching up their face. They're drinking, going, some hops, that sir.
Aye,
that's shit.
Let me hop on in this toilet and shite myself. My uncle and my dad he used to live in Peterborough or something. I think it's near Manchester. And he went over and they went to this Indian. And like, you can get real curry in England. You're not like down the local over here. So they went for like the real curry house. And he was like, give me the hot, usual. Give me the hottest shit. And I think it was like a fowl or something it's called. They brought it out, and they brought out the fucking cold tiles and everything. There's a whole ceremony.
Nah, that's where I'd go fuck that. They're bringing out cold tiles? No way.
My uncle had finally one mouthful and then had a nosebleed.
Oh my my god.
And my dad actually, like, you know, can really handle heat, like, and he's like, it was hot as fuck, like.
That's the kind of shit where you should have to sign something before you fucking eat it.
Yeah.
No, if they're bringing out fucking cold towels, I'd shit myself. Like, just give me the garlic bread.
No, they bring out like a bowl of, you know, the hot lemon water, which apparently another story my dad told me was he went, this fella called Billy that he used to work with, and they took him out to like an Indian, and they brought the hot water out to wash your hands, and your man picked it up and drank it. And then also apparently, I mean, this guy has so many quotes out of the one dude. Apparently, it was like, do you want to get a dessert or something? Do you want to get a wee Pablo Loba? Pablo Loba, which is in the same Indian restaurant, which I'm sure they don't do.
Aye.
Indians not big on the dessert.
Nah.
You go in Indian.
No respect for it.
I couldn't get your twister. That'd be perfect. That was racist. It'd be perfect to like eat an Indian and then they just bring you a lolly.
Oh, why?
You just fucking rub it all over your lips. No? Oh.
There's a place in London that's like a steakhouse, but then as soon as you're done, they give you like a wee token and you get a wee salted caramel ice cream after the steak. Tell you what, you don't know if you can have a steak now without it. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Yeah.
I like a wee sweet thing after, you know, mains.
What about that dinner we had before you left for London?
Oh.
And we seen you about a week later.
Oh, sir.
It was like a death row meal, and then fucking 6 days later, like, well.
Mafia style dinner too, like fucking 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
That's when, not the Hellfest option for time, but the most enjoyable.
Yeah, fucking full steak dinner.
Shout out to Grants of Oma.
Shout out to Grants, where they have basically one meal rearranged. You know, it's like, do you want the filet of beef with the something sauce, or do you want the Boston stack, or do you want the something else? And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Rearranged differently. It's like a Mexican.
Yeah. Oh, they know what they're at.
They know what they're at, sure. What do you want? Steak and fucking... Not for the vegans now.
Nah. Not very vegan friendly.
Do you know what a breatharian is?
Fuck's that. Pokemon?
I know. I seen a small snippet of a documentary the other day where someone claimed that they just didn't eat. They just survived on breath.
Ah, fuck off.
When you love to just spread your anus and just be like...
How's the cunt not dead?
Take it. Because they're full of shit. There's no way they're just eating breath. I can't believe I even had to say that. But of course it was some guy like, I just simply... And I get enough from the atmosphere.
Yeah. Now, there's some things you're like, the mental health clarity is not worth it.
You would just love to guff in someone's face. Take that.
That's rotten.
There you go. Meat roll.
I mean, having done Ramadan, it's not pleasant. Like, you know, that
I
shit
can't
there.
believe a guy like you would commit to something so prolonged and difficult for absolutely no reason.
I will say yes to anything.
Okay.
I just want the experience.
Okay.
Includes fucking dudes.
Big Tyler fan. Guys, I fucked out tonight, so...
I'll tell you what. After doing Ramadan, I think...
You'd rather fuck a dude? I'd rather be fucked in the mouth than do Ramadan.
ram this guy down's dick in my ass. I think...
Fuck yeah.
Singing today, bro. I think after having done it, I've came to the conclusion that if there is a heaven, the Muslims deserve it.
Oh, really?
Christians don't deserve it. Like, my mom was ringing me.
What's the name for Muslim heaven? What sort of Ramadan are you?
I don't know. 72 virgins and all. I hate to say it, right? I think that's a bit greedy. I think 4 do you. And I think I'd probably catch feelings for the first one.
72 virgins is quite a bit.
It's also...
Are they all women?
Well, you know, I don't know how... I don't know the ins and outs of Ramadan heaven, but...
What do the girls get in when they blow themselves up?
Well, because you see, that's the thing is they wouldn't want 72 male virgins.
Nah, be
because
rubbish.
that's probably actually hell. That's what they get.
Yeah.
That's what they get in hell. It's just 72
72 dudes in a row.
Incel dudes. Yeah.
Boston early.
In corn t-shirts. Just fucking.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch any of them videos of porn stars fucking fans?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I've seen a few of them. Sure, that we played one on a live pod. Were you on that live podcast? With the video from... So there's this woman, and like her thing was she would pull up in a town in basically like a fucking removal van that had been converted into like some sort of fuck station. And she'd take a few locals and bang them in the back of the thing.
Oh, yes.
And there was one in Belfast.
Yeah.
And she's I mean, it was fucking gross. But all the dudes were just like, hey, you can't done struggling to get an Ireland accent there.
Yeah.
None of them could get a boner to ride this fucking...
Get that bus down home, what the fuck?
McCann's at the bus station, we're out.
That's
Pull her up, sir!
you talk about hits on porn, that's it. Right there. Park it on outside Grants.
Do you reckon you could take yourself there mentally, just like this girl's looking banged. Do you want to bang her in the back of this thing?
No, I think
And some freaks, like Niles, just stand there with a camera.
No, I couldn't do it, sir.
Vape in one hand, cock in the other.
Both the same grip.
GoPro and the steam coming out of both.
My ex-girlfriend had a Pornhub premium account. Like I know the horniest.
Is this the one who we talking about?
You know the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not surprising at all.
I know the horniest, pervious men in Oma. Most of them builders, and like they'd be Bluetoothing each other porn.
Yeah.
And even they wouldn't pay for Pornhub premium.
How much is it?
Don't know, fuck, can't remember. But it was like, you know, she was trying to like sell to me, being like, well, you could go on to my likes, and see what I'm into, maybe bring something out to the bedroom. And I was like, I don't know.
She was suggesting that?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if this is like shallow hell, but I'm not a gymnast. I can't do any of this shit. And then there was one that was like, you know, 8 black fellas, 1 white girl, and I was like, I don't even know 8 black fellas. I have to ring one up on a favor and be like, hey Jamal, I know we haven't spoke since GCSE French, but then Chad, you can down and fuck the woman.
That's hilarious.
Do me a solid.
As if she's being like, if you'd fucking pull your weight around here and go into my likes and see what I like sexually.
Yeah. You don't want it. You know, you want a girl that maybe shows your Pinterest the odd time. You don't want someone showing you.
No, my wife does that. You don't want that.
Nah, Pinterest is a.
We ain't got these curtains. I'm like, fucking, are they beef?
You probably prefer the Pornhub likes to it. Maybe.
Oh, I'd enjoy it. Yeah, but it's weird that she would be like, why don't you fucking do me a favour, see what I'm into.
Yeah.
When you have to get a fucking Jamaican bobsleigh team round.
You know what kill a boner? Research.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. I'll make myself a cup of tea first here.
And I'll kill your self-confidence quicker.
Did you get into the likes at all and see what she was into?
Oh, I took a wee borrow through, like, you know.
Was there anything more achievable than fucking an NBA team?
No, it's like a bit of missionary do you know.
Better maybe fucking.
I don't know where I'm going to get an octopus in 24 hours notice.
Yeah. Would a rubber one do?
Right.
The price of octopuses these days. Was she into that Japanese shit? Octopus up her ass?
Oh, there's a whole pile of weird shit in there. Like it would go from the tame to, there was a full spectrum, like, you know. But like, see if your Pornhub search leaked.
Yeah.
What will be the freakiest thing in there?
I don't know.
What about you?
I'm pretty.
You look like you've got some dark searches in there.
I'm pretty straightforward.
Yeah, same. Classic. You know.
You know, I would lean more towards like something that looks a bit amateurish.
Yes.
You know, I don't like to. It's the only place I don't like production value.
Yes.
You know, I don't like to be watching anything that, you know, you've got like a guy setting up lights.
4K is the kiss of death in porn. You know.
Unless it's on a GoPro, you know, and there's 2 people fucking each other, like, you know, at a festival.
I like that.
You were in the vlog porn for a minute.
Oh, why? Still for a minute.
For a minute, yeah. Big into it.
I love that one.
That's why you started a vlog. That was the Patreon version of your vlog.
Do you know what the best one would be if you had a couple, right? Very hot kind of couple you could get emotionally invested in, watch them ride around the world, and then maybe they do like a wee restaurant review in the middle of it or something like that.
Oh wow.
You know, so if you're going to a new country, you can look it up.
We're doing a different type of eating out today, guys. Fish tacos. Different type of fish tacos.
But I love that one of the, you know, they get the handus and there's a guy in a fucking full teddy bear outfit, just always has a hammer on him, just throwing around these fucking 45-year-old women. But
I tell you what's scarier is like that, which is very obviously a setup, and obviously like porn professionals, the women. Because you see the technique in some of these girls, and you're like, they're not picking these.
Yeah.
This isn't every fucking, you know, Patricia off the street here.
Yeah.
These girls have worked the road.
I'm still Patricia off the street.
Aye. But then, you know, in the same subcategories, you will see a couple of videos where it's like that, but like for real.
Yeah.
You know, where some cunts had a camcorder, like a Hindu in, you know, the 90s in the UK. And you're just like, this motherfucker, everyone's sucking this guy's dick.
Yeah. Someone's auntie's had too many porn star martinis.
You watching, you're like, this is definitely pre-COVID.
Oh,
you know? Not a hand sanitizer inside.
You wouldn't get away with a teddy bear shit now.
I used to do material about this because when I found out about that dancing bear, I was trying to Google a bar in Hollywood called the Frisky Bear, right? And that's what came up because I was looking directions.
Hilarious.
And that came up, and I used to do the bit where I was explaining what it was, where like this guy would come in dressed like a teddy bear, and like everybody would suck their dick. And my point was, like, if you pulled out a Chupa Chup and went, do you want to pass that around the room? People would be like, are you fucking disgusting? Which
great.
10 years ago, that's a good bit of material.
Yeah.
I actually haven't got any better at stand-up.
No,
I think I was just like that good or bad or whatever forever. I don't think it changed at all. I would do that bit tomorrow. I might bring it back.
Now you think that, and then you look back at some shit, like even that podcast we done, we look back at our old stand-up clips.
The one you did the other day. Yeah.
But it's like the thing you're talking about, where it's like you can see what you're trying to do then.
Well, what was
It just
what was the
takes
fucking quote that you would etch into a fucking plaque outside a building? What did I say to you?
Oh, I like every
I said
good
something, and he just sent back this.
Yeah.
10 of those emojis.
Every good comic has, like, you know, they don't necessarily go through a dramatic change or shift. They're kind of, it's the same thing. They just haven't had the experience factor yet, which is what you want to say to everyone starting a comedy. The brutal honest truth is you're going to suck dick for 5 to 10 years before you're in any way decent.
Yeah, but like I remember Ray Lau? He said to me one time, he goes, you should kind of be good from the start.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll not be like killing the fucking room, but you should be able to see someone go like, right, they'll get there sooner, rather than later.
But if I wasn't doing like even okay at the start, like I think even like, you know, you get a lot of like people being like, this is his first few gigs or something like that when they're bringing you on stage, the crowd's a little bit nicer. But if I was just eating shit consistently, my first few gigs, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have stopped.
Sure, I've said it a million times on here, but like my first two were class.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd nailed it.
My first one was Dailies, and I was like, oh, this is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I did the Pav the next night.
Should have started this a bit earlier.
Galak.
Nah, you see, I did 2 good ones, and then the third one turned up to this. It was one of these. Remember back in the day, someone would be like, "Oh, we're doing a fucking comedy night in an art gallery."
Yeah.
It was one of those ones, and I was like, "This is my third gig. I'm gonna be on first." And it was Bring Your Own, so I had fucking 24 Stellartois with me, right?
Nice.
And they're like, "You're on at the end," and I went, "Okay," and I was about 18 Stella deep at that point. In front of these fucking like snooty art knobs.
How was that?
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great. Because it was filthy.
Yeah, I've managed to find my number of Stella now I can have before I go on stage, and it's not like sloppy and like, you know what I mean?
What are we talking?
We're talking a 5.
That's quite a bit, like. Like a regular bottle?
No, just like a can.
What gig are you? Just fucking tramp. Just stand outside the gig. Are you coming in soon, Aaron? I wouldn't drink any more than 5 cans outside this fucking venue.
It's because Vauxhall do that bottomless booze night. So all the comics drink for free as well, which is a gift. And they're all just dishing out cans. So I just keep fucking taking what I'm given.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, there's some bars where you're like, yeah, just give me another fucking can. Like,
that's the
if
issue.
you're not giving me a nice pint.
Yeah.
Like we were in Austin there.
Yeah.
You know, give me the fucking can instead of giving me in a shitty plastic cup.
Yeah, the American pints are.
It's the price of booze over there is disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy. What was that fucking thing you got the pickle thing?
Oh, the pickle margarita. I just thought it would be.
What part of you thought that might even taste decent?
No, but I'm such a to be honest, the pickle. I was like, as soon as I sipped it, I went, oh yeah, I don't like margaritas or tequila at all.
Yeah, them pickleback things are alright though. Where it's
What's
like
that?
it's like the shot of pickle juice with like, what the fuck's the drink they give it with? I can't even remember, but it's not too bad.
They do like pickle martinis and all that shit.
Yeah.
You see, that's what somewhere in my brain I'm like, I think I would like that.
But it came out like an ice blast too, which made it even more sus. Was that not the one where it was like, it looked like a fucking snow cone type thing?
It wasn't a margarita. It was a frozen
Aye.
fucking margarita is the worst. Like,
nah. Shit.
Even fucking shout out to Kevin Hart when he had a rider obviously backstage and then he completed the gig and fucked off. And everyone was in there like, fuck, look what he left. I mean, I've never seen more Sprite. There was floor to ceiling Sprite and 2 bottles of that fucking, what was it? Clase de Azul or whatever.
Oh, is that the deer tequila?
Yeah, in a big fucking dildo.
What are you talking for a bottle of that?
3 hundo. 3 hunge.
Must be nice, Kevin.
And he didn't even touch it. So we were at the back sinking it. But it was still tequila. You're like, it's 300 quid, but and now I'm just going to be...
It's actually cheap as fuck in like Mexico, you know where it's made.
That's what I thought.
That's always the way though.
Because we went on honeymoon to Mexico, and I remember like fucking you'd be walking home from like, one of the little restaurants, like, this is lovely. And you'd see just fucking bottles of it cast to the side. But it's obviously like a load of, like, Americans really do fly to like, where were we? Playa de fucking somewhere. One of the holiday resorts anyway. People fly in for the weekend or fly in for a wedding and then fuck off. And people are just fucking going nuts and drinking bottles of tequila and fucking them all over the place. And I remember seeing a very interesting social experiment. We were like chilling by the pool, and there was all these Americans coming in, and also one of the scummiest things I've seen was a wedding party. All the dudes walking down, and they had like the linen trousers and like the white shirt, and they all had Yeezys on.
Bro.
They all had, but I'll tell you what, the ones I would take to, you know, like the buttery fucking, they're like the yellow ones, but they're white.
Yeah.
All of them wearing Yeezys, bro. But anyway, they're all at the pool, and you know what I mean. Like, there's no two guessing where they're from. Like, where are those guys from that are shouting all over the fucking place? And fucking guy's got an eagle tattooed in his back. But all these dudes were kicking about the pool, all like in shape dudes.
Yeah.
And then all these girls arrived, and they're all like wee chihuahua fucking, you know, yoga girls that they were ripped, just almost bony.
Yeah.
And they were all, oh my god, fucking in the pool, and you know, fucking hats like this and big glasses and fucking trying to drink mimosas and all this shit. One girl comes down who's part of the party, who's like, looks a wee bit sort of Latina, you know, bit of curves going on, not banging shape, but a bit of shape to her compared to the other girls.
Get the teddy bear outfit out.
I mean, flies round shite. There's boys jumping into the pool to swim over to her and all. I was like, fucking Rosario's getting fucking tag team tonight.
That's lethal.
So all the girls worrying about your stomachs and all, doing fucking sit-ups from the roof. Nah, bros, get a bit of Latin spice in you. Get a bit of fucking weight around that ass. These dudes were, I mean, like, it was like fucking, I don't know. Do you know when you feed like stray cats?
Yeah.
Like fucking 8 of them just darted out of nowhere. And all these old wiry bitches at the side just being like, yeah.
Wiry bitches?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm constipated.
Does Warren watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Bro, I watch it. What are you talking about?
Bro, me and Mum watched the first episode there where it is fucking ridiculous.
You and Ma cuddled up on the sofa?
That's the one where the fucking son goes up to Kim. He's like, Mommy, is that you? And it's her, some evil bastard had put her sex tape onto this child's fucking game called Roblox. And there's a whole big drama about it and all this here. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, that's obviously a terrible thing to be at. However, in terms of a gaming strategy on the other side, unbelievable. You know?
Oh yeah.
If you're playing Call of Duty and you were just saying to the other fella, here, take a look up at the sky there. It's just his ma getting fucking Batista bomb for a headboard.
Yeah.
Instant win.
Do you know what? Isn't it so funny? You're like, you know, you're like the top of the heap when it comes to like female image and beauty and all is the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. And you're like, Mom, what? Oh my God, look at the fucking shape of her and blah, blah, blah. And you know, you could hype it up so much in your mind. And then that sex tape, bro. I'd rather have 2 wanks and a tea. Do you know what I mean? You can look as good as you want, but if you're just lying there, like you get fucking, you know.
I mean, to be fair, not much to go top trump, 2 wanks and a tea. You know.
I know. Even if Kim's in the next room.
Now, there's your self-care morning routine. 2 wanks and a tattly. Get it going.
But you know what I mean? You know, all these girls are killing themselves and sticking fucking plastic up their hip and all. And then you're like, for what? The end game is, you know, you pull some basketball player.
Yeah.
And then you just lie there in the bed like a fucking beached whale.
Yeah.
Get doing them squats, man. Get active.
I'm a Kardashian.
They're soulless looking now at this stage. You watch them in the show.
You can't handle his booty.
Yeah.
I think I could. When you're lying there, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Throw it about, man.
Throw it back.
I bet you the old one, you know, the one that's got out with Travis Barker.
Oh, yes.
I reckon she's alright. I bet you the ma's a fucking demon.
They're all having their wee kind of, you know, scrawny, kind of druggy looking fella phase at the minute. Mm-hmm. She's going out with him. Kim's going out with Pete Davidson. Mm-hmm. You know, it's very much, there's a collective sort of phase going on at the House of Girls.
There was a scene, I don't know if you've seen it in that last sort of episode, where Chloe,
yeah,
the big one,
yeah,
Triple H, she's on the fucking treadmill with the fucking ex-boyfriend who got her up the skate, and then they had a baby, and she was basically just going, you know, we're a great family because you know, you never get away, like, you know, I'm great or you know, everyone's great friends with their baby daddies, and she was basically just going, let me tell you something, you've spaffed in me, you won't be the first, you certainly won't be the last, and that's the same with all of us. So you'll just get to know all these other fellas, Travis Scott,
yeah,
Kanye. Who else have you got? You got half the, you know, just every famous cunt in the world.
Yeah. 1 minute you're coming, next thing you're
Like they'll
Thanksgiving.
literally be like, yeah, and she's like, we just never get away. We're great at including everybody.
I'd say there'll be some
a
spread.
There'll be oh yeah,
You know,
their ass cheeks. There's a fucking there'll be a table at the Christmas dinner where you're just like a table of famous dudes
oh, it'd be class.
that have just launched pipe in these fucking.
Imagine fucking sitting down to a Christmas dinner while Kanye.
You just be like you could be the baby daddy's table.
Yeah,
Kanye, Pete.
it's actually a good table.
It'd
Like
be
a
lit.
crack there.
It'd be lit.
It'd be fun, like.
There'd be some rise over the playlist.
Oh,
Turn that shit off.
Straight up. Pete just going with his fucking headphones on.
yeah, Kanye getting the gospel on.
Yeah. The worst banter of all time in that fucking Sunday service thing where he's playing a tune and then he just goes, I'm joking. And then he plays it again.
That's like every DJ ever.
Yeah. Oh, it broke.
Yeah.
Psych. It's back.
I went to a fucking rave the other week and there was like it's the same shit every time. It's just some dude playing something that's very like kind of just like. I remember one time you said it sounds like music and Dorothy Parkins, and then eventually it's like a big build up, and then they'll go, and the crowd's going nuts. I'm like, what the fuck happened there?
It's like, and then the kick drum kick goes away and it's like, and then they do that. What's that noise? Flange.
I mean, you have to be on cat, you know. You have to be on something to be having a good time.
I mean, some people, you see, a lot of people go down. A lot of those DJs are like, I'm trying to stay cool. You know, I'm trying to be cool and I'm fucking playing all that. And then you get the DJs are like, nah, we're here to move some asses. You know what I mean?
Stevie Aoki fucking firing birthday kicks about the place.
Stevie Aoki.
That's what you want.
Stevie Aoki. No, but you get the boys are like just into it for a bit of crack. They'll just be like, we're playing this fucking some mad techno tune.
Give Maureen,
Mark Blair, your man Mark Blair. You know, he'd play some fucking wild shit out of nowhere.
get Maureen an Oxlade, and you've the fucking latest night you've had.
Let me tell you something. She's not she's not fucking beat mixing and all that shit. But the real ingredient,
She's near for it.
yeah, she can keep you on the dance floor.
Yeah.
The mixing isn't smooth. The mixing's non-existent.
Maureen will
But
play
so-
like a tune that fucking it unlocks in the back of your head. You're like, holy shit.
But there was one night where she had to stay up here with Eddie, and I ended up fucking staying down here,
Yeah.
which was another 5 a.m. job.
Yeah.
And we were left to our own devices, and I was like, oh yes, she normally does this.
Yeah.
And you don't see her all night because she's just hunched over the fucking thing with a phone.
Yeah.
But she was missed that night because I was there going, have you heard it's do you know what really get you going? There's a song on that latest Queens of Stone Age album. It wasn't on the one released at all. It's like me, and it's almost like a dance tune, really, to be honest. And everyone's just asleep.
That'll get the rage going.
Oh yeah,
In the garage.
it's funny. It's do you know who Nick Drake is? It's a remix. He's super boring. Did you like Radiohead? What? Did you like Radiohead? No. All right.
Tell me the appeal of Radiohead.
I don't know. You have to speak to him. I hate them.
What's the crack? It's very like I get what they're doing, like very depressing kind of shit, but it actually is like just like I actually feel drained when I listen to it. You know,
It's very, it feels to me like it's very atmospheric, and it's great for like alongside like visuals.
yeah,
But for me personally, it doesn't have it doesn't slot into my life anywhere. I wouldn't be like, aside from like staring out the window of a moving train,
yeah.
it doesn't.
Unless you're in a
I'm
very
not
dark
putting
place.
it on like when I normally put music. I'm not jumping in the car and be like,
I get into like one rock band a year. You know, still bearing that Joy Division, bro. Come on.
okay, Radiohead are they a rock band? Joy Division, not even a rock band.
Sorry, band. I get into
I remember
one group of men with instruments every year.
I remember I listened to so much like sort of rap and dance whenever I was a young lad that when the first time I bought I think it was like I bought 2 CDs and it was like Limp Bizkit and Offspring, and I went into my dad. I was like, I bought a rock CD. So, you know what I mean?
That'll obliterate the garage now. Fucking Offspring and Limp Bizkit mega mix.
My
I
dad-
would go to see Limp Bizkit, no joke, like next week. It'd be so
you
much
see,
fun.
if they were on in Dublin instead of Action Bronson tonight, you'd just be like, fuck Action
We
Bronson.
should if Limp Bizkit ever announced that they're doing a show in Dublin, we should all go.
Tonight.
But they're not touring over the summer.
You're pulling me wire.
No?
Fred Durst is coming out of the house.
Yeah, they're on tour. They released that new album.
Right, that's it. Summer. Summer nookie
There'd be a load of fucking
is
dudes,
officially upon us.
dudes with those like flared jeans, long t-shirts, and like bald now.
Oh, aye.
You know the choker with the beads on it?
Yeah. Break off.
I can't do the impression. We know you've got it up your sleeve. So he only pulls it out when it's needed.
Yeah. Or when I feel it coming up, you know. That I do remember though buying physically the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. And let me tell you something. Nothing else was played in Pio's wagon for about 2 weeks after that.
I think we should have a Limp Bizkit playlist on the way down here tonight. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do that. We're going to see Action Bronson tonight. Hopefully we don't have another racist incident like we had last time.
Yes.
We'll not retell. We'll not revisit that story.
No weed vape for me tonight. Just, you know, strawberry kiwi will keep you in the right path.
7th and 8th, Brixton Academy.
Get the flights booked. Ben Stiller! Niall, get in Sky Scanner right now.
I love that bit haunts me. Ben Stiller. Like,
You are my favourite motherfucker!
like what other band is like just shouting out some just a very obscure celebrity friendship that you have?
Ben Stiller's a hilarious mate to have as well. I feel like if you're in
I know,
a new metal band.
he is the most unfunny comedy star of all time. The guy's in so many comedy movies and he hasn't cracked a smile yet.
Yeah.
He done the.
Yeah, he's got that like kind of silly face.
I tell you what I watched last night was like a bit of the new Mike Myers movie.
Halloween?
No. Halloween? No, fucking, you
And
know,
a
cat
Benos.
in the Hat, Shrek. That one.
Right.
It's called like Pentagarate or something. I don't know. But he plays, he's like the Clumps. He plays everybody in it. The guy's genius, like.
Unreal.
As far as a character actor, he's brilliant, like.
What's your favourite show that Eddie watches? That you're kind of like...
Oh, God. I mean, you will put on CBeebies in the morning. There's like a couple of wee sort of, you know, hotties in it. And a Down syndrome fella. But the two, you know, there'll be two hotties. And then maybe like slightly behind that, Grace's Amazing Machines.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that?
No.
There's this girl. It's got the theme tune is The Darkness now. Grace is so and she just goes around. She's on a motorbike and motorbike leathers and stuff. And she's like,
Sorry, this is Eddie's show, right? This isn't
yeah,
like...
no, but she's like, today we're looking at you know, like farming machines.
Yeah.
Will it be my favourite? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, you blow your fucking brains out to it, but like, she's just hot enough where you keep watching it.
Yeah.
And then Dougie's not bad.
Dougie's a good show.
Dougie's got a few
My nephew loves
jokes
it.
in there. There's other ones like, he's really into Postman Pat at the minute.
Belter.
Postman Pat's a useless cunt. I mean, the guy...
No, he lives the dream.
The
like,
fact the guy is still employed is a miracle.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
He gives dogs abuse to all the locals too. It's great.
And he's got one mate, what's his name? The fucking Indian mate. He's hilarious. Fuck's sake, Pat. That's the whole show. Pat, number one, Pat is a fucking useless cunt.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, special delivery service. And all he has to do is deliver something. And then he fucks it up and he's like, oh, Ben, I fucked up, mate. And then his mate there is like, you fucking silly bastard.
He gets me out though because he's the town character.
Every fucking day, bastard. Read the address. He gets it back from your man.
Yeah.
It's class. But apart from that, I mean, he will just go like, I want to watch tractors. And you have to put on like Hudson's Farm. Well, there's this guy running about the farm being like, hey guys. He's got his own kids in the video. But
This is on YouTube Kids, is it?
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a good idea. Like if you wanted to get those hits on YouTube, you just fucking do it yourself.
Yeah.
But they do this thing in kids shows where they just the repetition is what gets you in, and he plays this wee song that's like doodle doodle doot doodle doodle doot, and then it ticks along in the background. And I mean, like you could put it on, and Eddie could be in the deepest sleep of all time, and he would just be like doo 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 doo.
Yep.
Doo doo doo
Yeah,
doo.
I've
It's
seen
like
that before
fucking-
too. Yeah.
It just fucking gets him.
Yeah. My niece.
It's like when a dog's asleep, and you're like, do you want to go for a walk? And they're like, yes.
Yeah. You throw on fucking Peppa Pig around my niece, and she's like at a Limp Bizkit show. She's throwing elbows
Yeah.
around the fucking conservatory.
Peppa Pig's a miserable bitch too.
Oh, she can get fucked.
Peppa Pig can get fucked. That's the name.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I love all that shit though. My oldest nephew at the minute is going through his first breakup, and I feel like you're
What age
only
is
17,
Damn, boy.
But your only job as an uncle, I feel like, with someone that
Is to
young,
show him porn.
is
Good man.
to just make sure he doesn't do anything that his mates will roast him about in like 10 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, bro, we don't need to do the love letter in blood.
This guy was about to legit write a poem. And I was like, Seamus Heaney, slow your roll.
Is that his name? What are the chances? I'd be writing poems too if my name was Seamus Heaney.
And let me tell you something, I read it. No bars. Couples, no bars.
Oh, yeah. Here you are. Frank Ocean. Shut the fuck up. Wank Ocean. See you later. Terrible. No bars. You're like,
But I
this
feel
doesn't
bad
even
though.
rhyme. You
Because
silly
there's
bitch.
not even like, there's not, you know, whenever I was his age, all the cool music at the time was like emo breakup music.
Uh-huh.
So you could enjoy a breakup. You know what I mean? Fucking the dolphin physics class doesn't feel the same way about you. Blare some secondhand serenade and get over it.
What the fuck's that?
Oh, have you've heard of that surely, haven't you?
Is that a band?
Oh, aye.
What's it go like?
I guess the best part about tonight is we're not fighting. That's it.
Bars.
It's like ultimate wank, like, but at the time, you know, everyone was going through their fucking emo phase. You know, it was great. Even I got involved for a bit, you know.
I'm glad I missed that. I swerved that like big
Yeah.
time.
There was a lot of fucking isosceles triangle haircuts and like, you know, and these are people with culture accents as well, which is so funny.
Why does everybody gravitate towards that sound though?
What the sort of like
Like if you could go to a battle of the bands and be like, well, boys, thanks for coming out tonight. No, here's our last song. Where are you? You know, you just go straight into it.
It's the only thing that white people have got in terms of talent. Like, you know, that's what we got in the fucking genetic lottery.
Why didn't they take it back to like the Nirvana type style? The sort of ragey angst might shoot up a school.
Yeah,
that's real white.
Your girlfriend dumped you? But you blow your brains out?
You want to get exactly be a man. Writing
One of those
poems.
poet shit.
Blow your fucking head off, you fucking pussy. Rape me. Daddy's little girl ain't a girl, no.
You a Nirvana guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I like that documentary about Kobe and the montage of heck.
Yeah.
Very good.
Worst name ever. Good. Yeah, it's a good documentary though. You a Nirvana guy? Yeah, I do like them. I like
You
them
need
quite a
guilty
lot.
pleasures now?
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Like what kind of shit do you listen to where, you know, if it comes on your playlist, you kind of skip over it if you're in the car with someone?
Do they call notes or something? But then,
No, that's fun now. That's coffee shop stuff.
I don't know, like, what is a real guilty pleasure?
I don't believe in them necessarily. As in, like, I think if you like it, you just like it. But there is some shit for sure where if you know, I'm playing something, the Bluetooth speaker in the house, and it comes on, I'll be like, I don't know what the fuck I got there. You know?
I was thinking about that recently. I thought that my guilty pleasure was like Peaky Blinders. Because I thought it was so obviously like basic bitch.
No, it's that for a reason, because it's so fucking...
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, like...
I just thought it was like, you know, like they open so many bars and, you know, you'll get some fucking wedding and all the fellas think they're,
Oh, aye.
alright, you cunt, you know, thinking they're fucking in it.
Couple of fellas wearing tweed suits on
So
Instagram for a while, putting up that caption by order of the Peaky Blinders.
Yes, by order of fucking Maze Prison, you fucking cunt. But I thought it was like a bit sort of basic bitch to watch, and then I did eventually get around to watching it, and I watched it all, and I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
I fucking love this.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture on the wall, or is it scummy?
Yeah.
You know?
Full mural in this fucking office.
Oh, it would. Not in a heartbeat, like.
No,
Fucking Tommy walking away, you know, explosions behind him. Could be real hard. Do you have any fucking guilty pleasure?
No, probably like
You
cheese
don't,
pop.
I feel like you don't really have any guilt at all.
Nah. Just wear it in my sleeve. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I just like it. No, Niall's Mr. Taste over there. He doesn't like.
You a bit of a snob now when it comes to music taste.
Yeah, I don't listen to chart music at all.
Dark, mysterious soul.
But I think who does like
You notice chart music.
the most that I mean, it is amazing when you see like, you know, like Ed Sheeran was playing there, and Dave made a good point the other day. He goes, I like Ed Sheeran more than I like his music, which is facts. But like you see hundreds of thousands of people
Oh, it's a
going out
stadium
and you're
full
like,
out, like.
what? I don't even fucking. And he's such a, you know, I hate to fucking go into it. He's such a nondescript sound. there's a lot of people you could hear and be like, fuck, that's whoever. A lot of the time you hear a song and you go, it's a shite, and it's Ed Sheeran, and then you hear one that you sort of know. It just, I don't know. The man can just knock out fucking.
But that's the thing that you like. He's actually a rare scenario, because to be that level of famous these days is actually very impressive.
Yeah,
because
you such a ginger ugly cunt.
you,
no harm
you
to him,
do
shout
not
out.
get that sort of level of fame anymore, like the Michael Jacksons. It doesn't exist. But what happened instead now is you have like people can get their own audience from being online, and they just play to that audience. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's harder to fucking get to that real mad level of like fame and notoriety.
Like, I'd love to know how many people went to that gig who are like, man, I'm a fucking big Ed Sheeran fan, and how many people went because they're like, oh, it's just on and you can get a,
Yeah,
you know. I bet you there's a large percentage of them who are like, I'll go for the fucking crack, sure.
absolutely. But I think I like it's good for us nowadays, like, because like I found it really inspiring whenever Gillis was doing 2,000 people in Shepherd's Bush, and I was like, he's not. If the guy walked around fucking Belfast, maybe like 5 people would notice him on a full lap of the place, but yet he's doing 2,000 seaters in a different country.
But that's you want to be known, not famous.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? If you know, and that's the greatest place to be.
Which is most comedians, to be fair.
Super popularity is doesn't necessarily mean like the best.
No. All you have to do is watch TV and see that.
Well, exactly. But sure, you even look at, fucking comedy, like, the very, very best of the best aren't like Kevin Hart and stuff. They're not like fucking movie star, world famous guys. They're real fucking, in the mix comedians. Like,
I went to see Bobby Kelly in New York, and it was like one of the funniest hours I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
And you're kind of like, why is that dude not like doing fucking arenas everywhere? And then you realize, well, he probably doesn't want to. Well,
that's
he's
it,
got
like,
a healthy career. He lives in New York.
You have to go after that thing and just keep pushing it, and then you're like, oh shit, I just do arenas, and then it becomes like a business thing.
Yeah,
We have a full team around you, and you're like, well, there's no point in going there if you're just going to do a comedy club.
yeah.
So it's like, what do you want? A lot of people don't want fucking movies and hectic schedules and all that. They just want to do stand up.
I just want to do stand up every night. Seeing I'm not doing it, I actually don't know what the fuck to do about myself, and I'm just going to the cinema.
Wanking.
No, that's
Speaking of wanking, let's wrap this up, and will we do the questions later when we're hammered?
aye.
Boys have got a concert to go to.
Yeah.
Boys have a few apple greens to swing past.
Fucking right, sir.
Get one of them Brayburn coffees.
What a time
the
to be
frozen
alive.
ones. Fuck yeah. Right, let's pick up the questions later, will we?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it. And transition. So let's just pick it up like nothing ever happened. A day has went by.
You're addicted to vapes.
I'm addicted to vapes. Yesterday I badmouthed them. Today I am actively looking sponsorship from any vape company out there, and I'll smoke anything.
What's the vape company now that's in B&M bargains?
Poppy Lung? Vaporlink?
Nice. Get it sorted.
Give us yours. Have you got yours?
I think it's actually done now.
Did you do 600 puffs in a night?
I did, lad. Don't worry about it.
Suck the cock off. Suck the cock off it.
It's like Steve Austin with the beers.
Give me a goddamn it. Geesh. And that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom lung.
Welcome to Broken Lung Ranch.
Flemmy Kyle Austin.
That was lovely.
Oh, God.
You see,
That is polos, like.
I smoked heavily for a while, so I really feel like I'm just dabbling about. I'm like faffing about.
Yeah.
But I could faff about and rip through about 4 vapes in a day.
Oh, easy.
So they fuck these and they just get rid of these now, disposable. That'll be the next one, won't it?
Terrible for the environment. You'll see this up a fucking sea turtle's nose in a couple of months.
I'll be look swag, but flapping about the sea, just blowing out fucking, or your dolphin will just come up
Pair of Yeezys.
out its ass, or it's what he calls back asshole. Fire one up in the air. They've been vaping for years. Dolphins out their back. Haven't they? Dolphin vape. Well, back to serious. We went out. We went to Dublin. How was Action Bronson? Give us your rundown.
Fantastic. You notice the weight off him? I tell you.
It's a good metaphor for anything. If you want to get better at your career,
Yeah.
get healthy, man. Get fit and healthy.
I mean, the comparison of the last time we saw him, where he came out, seemed visibly fucked from the intro, and then did 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this time he was guy was out nearly doing cartwheels. Fuck's sake.
He came out with a full sweat on, like the way Tyson used to do.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like Tyson used to walk out fully sweating, and everyone was like, "What the fuck were you doing backstage?
Yeah.
Do you have another fight?"
He came out in like full fucking wrestling gear too.
He got the elbow sleeves on. You know, he was gonna pull it off and do that fucking.
Aye.
What was that called? The Rock used to do?
The people's elbow.
The people's elbow. See when you start to
Who could forget?
See when you start thinking about wrestling things, how much they would just like even their quotes that they would say.
Yeah.
Like a grown man used to go, "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?" And stadiums would shout it back.
No, it was pandemonium, you know? There was a fucking whole generation of children that were going to school and going, suck it.
Do you reckon there's like Japanese kids, big wrestling fans running around being like, "Hey, must smell what the Rock is cooking?" And then they learn a bit of English when they're older, and he's like, "Why was he saying?" Imagine you shouting something like Japanese saying, and they're like, "What's he saying?" Like, "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?"
Yeah.
You're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It is the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line. That's Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say my final form is Stone Cold.
That's your
if I
fitness inspo?
If I really got in shape, I would look like a 60-year-old retired wrestler.
Well, there is a film, I think that isn't there? Mickey Rourke, isn't it?
Yeah.
The wrestler, where he just falls in love with a stripper.
Marisa Tomei or whatever, who is Ulta MILF.
Yeah. She isn't that.
Like
as
if
well.
if Elon Musk was like, "We've designed a ultimate MILF," that's her.
The MILF 5S.
But, oh yeah, X MILF. That might well be a website. Look at it.
X-MILF.
Man's on the Stella. It's fucking. That's 5 to 12. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Aye.
Here,
It's
10 minutes.
Dungannon.
Now breaking the fourth wall here, just walking about the place. Yeah, get a bit of weight off you in any walk of life. I don't think it matters what you do.
Yeah.
If you're fat and feel like shit, just get in shape. I might do it. I have a gym in my own garage.
Yeah. I know you got the fucking jiu-jitsu mats here in the corner.
I know we should roll. Have you been doing? Did you go to any jiu-jitsu?
Nope. Not yet. I do want to
Who was
join
it was
back
trying
into
to? Who was
this guy
trying to-
Rory, like a friend of a friend, and we were just nerding out about it for a bit, and I was like, "Fuck, I do miss it actually now that I think about it." Do you know it was class crack like?
Oh yeah.
But like I was so young, and at the time it was like either people at the class were too young or like way older, so you'd just be getting fucking thrashed.
That's when I left judo as well,
Yeah,
because you were ripping through the kids.
yeah. You were in this.
Pause.
You were in this weird like middle spot, you know.
And I've talked about this before, but my main memory from that was someone's dad coming in with the fishing t-shirt with the fish sucking his dick. It haunts me forever.
Just going to support his child.
Just taking a child at judo here. I gotta let people know I'm in the fishing. And I'm in the fishing, and you can tell that by this airbrushed, like a guy did it in the street.
Yeah.
Image of a man getting filleted.
No, slogan t-shirt dudes know how to have a good time, like,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Where are you? Gone fishing.
I tried being normal once. Worst 5 seconds of my life.
I'm with stupid. Imagine they just got a really aggressive one. I'm with this useless cunt. I'm with this fucking wanker. 4 W's, wanker. Yeah, I'm heavily investing in the vapes. Do you want to? We got some questions.
Let's tear through them.
Shout out to those lads we ran into yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, come out drinking with us," and we're like, "Absolutely not, bro. I think that's is that like a me too? What age are you boys? 35-year-old dude."
I know
Just
they were grabbing the 4:30 in the morning bus.
Yeah,
Fair
they
play
were
to them.
I was like, "Where are you staying?" Because, by the way, let's get into that. The price of hotels in Dublin was scandalous, but then you were talking about what was it? The Ibis is what?
The E-Tap now is like 120 quid.
How much was it? I remember when
It used to be like 70, 60.
I remember when it was 61.
Yeah.
And they'd have the fucking, it was like petrol prices. The thing would be outside the door. You know, it'd be like free rooms or whatever, and it would just be like ticking up and down a couple of quid.
Like
And
the
it was
price
like
of
60
fuel doesn't affect me, but the price of E-Tap,
Yeah.
that's where I get invested.
Yeah. Because you're like, I want to bust a nut in Belfast
Correct.
for 60 quid
Yes.
ish. And now it's 120.
Yeah. And I also don't mind it as a hotel. I'm like, it has exactly what you need.
Well, we talked about it yesterday. Like, I would rather have the new basic hotel
Mm-hmm.
than the sort of old school traditional, like,
Minimalist.
you know, they've got fucking just things you don't need, you know?
Yeah, it's boutique and wanky.
boutique
Yeah.
and nonchalant.
Yeah. Enchiladas.
You know, a couple of Latisse fries.
Yeah.
Very boutique.
With a fucking docker.
Fucking docker. We were in a place, Niall, and you get these Turkish eggs, and on top of it, he's like, "What the fuck's docker?" And it was like, you know, like a seed mix that they like, seeds and nuts that they grind up and like sprinkle on top of the egg.
I still don't know what the fuck it is.
He's like full of it. What the fuck is docker? Fucking docker.
Tasty as fuck, I will say.
And then, of course, you're in the middle of Tyrone, so even if you asked, they'd be like, "Well, I know it's like some sort of nuts all bashed up. No, fucking stuck on the egg."
The best one I ever heard was Shane was doing dailies, and beforehand he went to the coach in, and he goes, "Sorry, have you any gluten-free options?" And she goes, "We don't do that fancy stuff here." He's like, "It's natural fucking allergy."
Does it say gay club outside? Or does it say country restaurant?
So funny, just be like, "We don't do that fancy stuff here."
He's, he provokes it.
Oh, aye.
He'll probably look around and be like, "This place looks like it doesn't cater to me." And then he'll go in and be like, "Do you have any?" You know, it's a bit like the Ashers thing. "Would you put a picture of a cock going into an asshole in this cake?"
Yeah.
"You well-known Christian organisation?" "We will not."
Yeah.
Not woke.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Cancelled.
The best one was when Shane ran down the street to another burger restaurant to get a gluten-free bap and then brought it back to the burger place we were in.
That's the most shade I've ever heard.
And didn't pay a cent for it.
For
anything.
burger bop.
He just pretended to be. He was like, "Help me." Right, let's do a question or two. Well, we heard some mad catfish story on another podcast today that has just blew minds. Okay, has McCann any mad catfish stories?
No.
You are the catfish.
I am the catfish.
You know
I
what?
used photos from 2009 on my Tinder.
You on stage and all loads of people, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they see you in real life.
Well, it's correct.
Any vape left? I did my 600 puffs.
Great show though, Catfish.
Do you have £72 to get in the Ibis?
Do I have a shite behind a fucking, chopping board on hinges? What about the door not shutting?
What was that?
Is that not what the Ibis is? Or the E-tap?
Oh, yeah.
They basically just have like a thin piece of wood. You bring your local prostitute for, a quick banging session in there for 61 quid.
Yeah, I remember
Excuse
that
me,
stuff.
love.
I said there was like boys rowing in the hallway
Oh, yeah, always.
and like slamming doors and shit.
Yeah. It's not good first date material, is it? We're just like, "Here, love, earmuffs."
That's where the boutique comes in handy, you know.
The boutique, yeah, that thick door.
Yeah.
That's
Meet me at the boutique room.
nonchalant as fuck, bro. Do you think he's big dick now that he's been in America? It's from your ma.
No, the pace is still the same.
I'm not talking about your actual dick. Like, does he think he has a big dick now? He's been in America. Do you come home with a bit of like confidence? When you've travelled around doing stand up.
No, you can't come back to home with any confidence.
Oh
It'll
really?
get knocked out of you.
Oh why?
Yeah. Well, that's Northern Ireland in general,
What do
right?
you think you're doing? Improving your life and
Yeah.
skills.
No, like if you try and bring any sort of big dick energy, like my friend group will soon let you know. Like, but I like that. Northern Ireland could never produce a Kanye West. The Critter would never get that level of self.
Calvin West. Put my dick in your mouth.
Do you think you're big dick now that you've been in America?
No, I was big dick long before that. America had nothing to do with it. Come in our vape. We raccoon hand. Who's your friend group that would bring you down?
Not even bring me down, just like the boys in general, like,
Who are the boys, Tim?
Just,
Tim's
Mark, Kelly.
Tim's too like encouraging.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Man, you're fucking really getting into this vaping, man. It's good to see.
Yeah.
It's good to see you commit to something."
No, he hates the vaping.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he go?
That's where he
Man,
crosses the line.
man, the popcorn lung. He needs a bit of vaping, doesn't he? Vape some weed.
Vape a bit of meth.
What's the hardest drugs Tim's taken? Rannies?
Probably like Mike and Ike Sours or something. Get a bit of a head rush.
Oh, why'd Tim not come home? Get him home for the podcast. McCann, will you ever come back to the homeland? Love the journey you're taking, though.
Thank you, bro.
Highlights so far. Do you know this guy, Luke Motorsport?
Yes.
What does he do?
He's a regular podcast listener. I think he's a brickie.
He's a dentist. Could you not do like a homecoming gig?
Well, my ideal scenario is to be based home and then just gig wherever I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would be the ideal setup. But also, you're like, you know, in your 20s, you're just like, fuck it. Why would I not fuck off here and live here for a bit, see how it goes, and then just come back later on?
For sure.
Life's for living, bro.
Come back, you know, if you're going to base yourself at home, when you can just get a fucking swag house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, get that Irish dream, the fucking North Coast house.
Okay, well, how much you planning?
Get that planted down, you know what I mean?
You think the E-Top's there?
Yeah.
Try and rent a room in the North Coast?
Well, that's growth, you know, from the E-Top to the coast. It's my autobiography.
From the E-Top to the coast. Till the sweat drips off my... Would you rather be totally sticky all over or blind in one eye? Sticky
all over.
like a little more than a Post-it and a little less than honey. Sticky fingers if you licked it off for the rest of your life.
No, but I need both barrels in my vision.
Both barrels in my vision. Yeah.
Sticky all over, you get used to it.
Like Mickey has 2 working eyes and he's sticky all over. And he's thriving. Thriving his new car with gloves on.
Yeah.
If he does laveries, I swear to God, the whole place is like slippery. You go for the door handles, like yoink, pick the mic up. It's like a wee lubed up cock.
My man thought he was looking powerful.
Have you ever been to Bally Buffet?
Nope.
That's where Woodsy's wedding was.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that his whole wedding was overshadowed by a little bit of the bubble?
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are so funny. Just remember it's Woodsy's wedding. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly. Just
It was such a fun night though.
re-saying I did it last night too. The same thing I did at Woodsy's, which is not stay sober all night and then start drinking very late and catch up with everybody.
Oh, this was fun. We came back here at like 2 o'clock in the morning, just sat around this fucking King Arthur's table and chatting shit, gossiping.
It was gangster.
Yeah. Talking about girls and stuff.
Talking about chicks and tits. That's the name of this. That's the name of the podcast. Talking about chicks and tits, vaping those tits.
Yeah.
No, it's PISH mist, isn't it? That's what we're doing.
PISH mist.
Bally Buffet. Yeah, I mean that's your first, if you're going to Donegal, you know, you go up there and you stop in the Aldi.
Yeah.
And you buy everything.
Aldi, arguably the best supermarket.
Probably because people go on about Lidl, like, oh, you know what aisle with all the shite. It doesn't hold a candle. The Aldi.
Too good Aldi.
Aldi up the middle is like one step above. You know, like Lidl will do that drop and they're like, oh, do you want a power hose and a fucking, you know, a doormat and a pair of slippers? Aldi's like, do you want a sofa, you know, and a flamethrower? It's like, it's beyond.
I will say now,
It's
Lidl's bakery section, not to be fucked with.
Not at all.
You know, very powerful.
I was in there one day and there was like a huge malfunction on the bread cutter and it was just chewing up loaves and it was very funny.
Oh, why?
And some old boy was just putting one in after another and it was just going, he was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. No. Typical man. I'll keep putting them in.
Chewing up loaves.
It's supposed to slice them, but it was literally just like the whole thing was a food processor. It's like,
oh, why?
Ripping them all up.
Fucking NutriBullet, fucking bread.
That's the way I like it. Big bag of
Porridge.
breadcrumbs.
Bread porridge.
Oh yeah, but some of those like fucking panda chocolates, what are they called? Panda chocolate.
Oh, why? Panda chocolates.
I think I heard someone say it's a fucking panda chocolate.
Aye. Well, what's wankier, to say it like that or to say it like with the kind of French twang in it?
Well, it's very
Like
Northern
the
Irish. They just you go like, guess one of them fucking guess that fucking sausage roll with no sausage up it. Just so embarrassed to say anything right. I'm going to Ibiza. It's Ibiza. No, it's not. It's fucking Ibiza.
Ibiza is a funny one.
It's like Paddy McDonald's going like, I was in fucking Belgium. You're like it's Belgium. Yeah. I had a clip cut out of a podcast about him going into Belgium, and I put it up, and then I took it down immediately, and I was like, is he talking about a, you know, almost physical assault?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to take that down.
Yeah,
it's Belgium. It's fucking Belgium. Belgium. Fuck up, too. Oh, that was accidental. I hit that by accident, but it worked. I don't think I realized how hungover I was till I started talking today.
Yeah.
If you clone yourself and then have sexual intercourse with said clone, is that incest or self-pleasure? I never said incel, sir.
It's self-pleasure if it's with yourself, surely, no?
You would definitely just be clapping those fat cheeks.
Oh, why? Put a bag over me, sit on my own head.
I put a bit of fake tan on that ass and a bag on.
Put one of them Juicy Couture sweatpants on it. You're good to go.
Imagine you have one of those.
Or, you know, like the fucking Cookie Monster pajamas from Primark. The West Belfast Mass Special.
I am a cookie monster.
I've heard people refer to their downstairs as their cookie.
Oh,
My cookie.
they're in Maryland.
My cookie smells like fish. What about you open that can of Bud Light seltzer yesterday and it just smelled like someone's gash?
What? Smell like a fucking rugby changing room.
It was like you've sprayed something on your stinking genitals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, here, never mind that. What about see the toilets in that academy?
Yeah, you were trying to say not even pish.
It's like you go in the toilets and you're like, oh, it smells like pish in here. This smelled like warm cock.
Yeah.
It really did. Like
It was like warm dick.
it was like fucking
Panini press cock.
third day at a festival cock.
Yeah.
The whole room, no air getting through it.
That's a queer Yankee candle for you. Third day festival cock.
Hiya, do you have the wee refills for festival cock?
Do you have Glastonbury gooch? Blare that up on the sunroom.
It is fucking horrific. Like that we were talking about oxygen last night. That time I went to oxygen, just didn't get an opportunity to get changed because it was pissing down. And then you head out and we get roasting, and your nuts were just going from like soaking wet to boiling to soaking wet to boiling. I got home, I was like, bro, I'm burning these. They were Bruce Lee boxers. I didn't take them off for
Oh,
4 days.
Blair. All right. Oh, was it like Bruce Lee kind of doing that?
It was
but
his
on your crotch?
It was his face kind of on the thigh bit. You know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
Yeah.
swag.
But
You
they-
going to see Jay-Z in the fucking Bruce Lee boxers?
I wish it was the twang.
Oh,
Yeah, you go see Jay-Z. There was the horrors in a tent. Yeah, I literally was just like, woke up, pissing down, couldn't. It's such a small tent, and you're like, can't do
Yeah.
anything. One
No,
of
I
the
just
tents where you're
missed
sleeping with your feet out the bottom.
I wish I had a fucking got the oxygen experience.
Yeah,
It
you'd
did seem like
have
a lot of
really
fun.
made the most of it. You'd have been like fucking the first band on. You'd be like, oh yeah.
I mean, we went to Teen the Park in our fucking, like when we finished our GCSEs, me and my friend Andy. And like, it was just
That's young to go there.
insanity. It was probably too young to go. But it was.
Where are you
the
away
most
to
fun.
this weekend, Aaron? I'm away to Scotland to get stabbed. Mother, see you later.
Well, the tent beside us actually did get their tent got fucking knifed, and then everyone stole their drink. It was pretty rough, like,
Yeah.
but it was the most fun you'll ever have, like, so much fun.
Scary. Scottish people love an old stabbing, don't they?
Oh, going to see Calvin Harris, bro, and then the Lumineers. Come on.
The Lumineers. Did I send you that clip of the guy in some London nightclub and the bouncer stopped him and then they like took him to the ground and they took one of the guys had his knee on his back and he took this fucking full machete out of the guy's
Jesus
trousers.
Christ.
And there's this other dude, this like black guy, bouncer, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking saucy cunt, you fucking saucy cunt." You know, like as he walks away, as if to be like, "How dare you try and get in here with this fucking machete, you saucy cunt."
I mean, at that point, it's not even practical. Like a machete.
No, it's not, because you're like, if you ever get an altercation, it's taking you 30 seconds to get it out of your
Just to
bag. It's like,
present the weapon.
"Oh, you want to go? Yeah, hold on." Fuck me, just
You've already got two-piece by then, like.
yeah,
Do you see the video of the guy who works at United Airlines and he hit the fella?
yeah,
And then the guy's like, "You see that? You see that?" And then just immediately fucking two pieces him over the thing.
yeah,
The guy looked like Big J Lucas.
yeah. He hit him he slapped him with confidence too, like, "Bang, let's go, bitch." And the guy was like, whack.
Yeah.
Just all black guys can fight.
It's mental. It's mental to work, like, be at your place of work and just hit someone a fucking skate.
Don't get me wrong, I've been in the fucking international airport a few times and they're like, "Can I take all this stuff out of your camera bag to see what's in it?" And I'm like, "I'm a fucking deck." Or any of the times those cops have been like, "Can you stop over here, sir?" And I'm like, "Here we go." And the guy's like, "I hear the blenders in the building."
Yeah. You're like, "It's a car, man."
I'll fucking stab you. Take my before I put my belt back on. I'd love to get violent in an airport. Be great.
It'd be a good place to lose it running yourself, like.
Oh my god, that's
You know?
especially at the security. I'd love to walk up to security literally with like scissors and just snip through all of those zigzag lines
Yeah.
and just walk right to the front and they're like, "Can I see what's in that bag?" And you're like, "It's a camera bag with cameras in it.
Yeah.
What do you think's in it?
Yeah.
Also a gun." The best line of all time was when the guy took the laptop out, put it through like 5 times, and then goes, "Sorry, mate, we couldn't see through the laptop." And I was like, "Who can see through a laptop?"
What are you, one of the fucking X-Men?
Yeah. You should have a better job than this.
Yeah.
If you can see through metal.
The best one of all time
Davey?
was we were going to America, me and the family, and my ma was going through TSA, and God love her, she's like arthritis in her finger, so she couldn't put it down in the scanner. And the guy's like, please put your finger down in the scanner, ma'am. And she's like, oh God love, I would if I couldn't have, I just can't get it down flat. He goes, please put your finger on the scanner, ma'am. And then they took her in to the interrogation room for 2 hours. And I was like, bro, if she can't do this, what the fuck makes you
And
think she can commit terrorist activity?
You can go fully the other way. Yours bending up.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. Do you think she could pull the trigger on a gun?
no, a rucksack would disable her. You know, put a
Put it in
decent
a bag.
put a decent Jansport in that her, she's gone.
Don't put a Jansport in that there. Just have a wee note on our fucking passport. It's a bit frail now. Don't put a Jansport in that here.
Fucking hell.
What did your ma think of like the food in America when you were in America?
Shit.
Really?
She was like,
I'm supposed to eat 3 kilos of spuds with
the
this.
meat's no good or not. Spuds are too creamy.
Too creepy.
No, they're not going to be.
Women hit a certain age where they give off about nice things. I don't know what sort of guilt is going on, but like, geez, that cake's too sweet. It's
Yeah.
a cake, you fucking lunatic.
That's rich now.
Oh, I don't see the way that beef just falls apart and melts in your mouth. Ugh.
Yeah, heavy.
Jesus, that's very rich and creamy and delicious.
That cocktail's delicious. I hate it.
Just there's 3 shots of gin, that and you can barely taste it with the fruits in it. Yuck. Fuck, I got in that hotel last night and the bed was so comfy I slept for ages. Oh. You couldn't live like that.
I just about an hour ago, he helped me out with the TV, did back of my boot and all, and lifted out the whole thing for me. Fucking weirdo.
You fucking paid it for still got it though. Still got it. Pedophile.
Pedophile still got it. Jake has a phrase that's ever been exchanged between pedophiles. Still got it, Gordo. Good or bad? Fucking Gordo.
I might do that as
There's
a
no
bit.
pedophile pride, like, like there's no like, I think there's any like pedophile bros that are like fucking.
Yeah, there's like the fucking like a group, you know.
They're able to have like a laugh about it, you know.
I have to run this past the president.
The pedo president.
The pedo press. King Pete.
I mean, the group chat names you could have fun with so much, like
Oh my god. Pete Davidson and the guys.
Pete Davidson.
I don't know why that's the first thing came in my mind. Terrible joke. No, that's definitely a bit. I might write that off this. What age do women hit where they don't like pleasure?
That is very funny.
You know?
That is very funny.
I watched that film, one of the best films I've ever seen, but Jesus Christ, it was long. Watched every second of it, watched it twice, but it's long.
And I love the Fast and Furious. But after 7, too much.
I still think it's funny that everyone thought Vin Diesel was the most jacked guy in the world at one point. You know, gee, fuck me, I get a vest.
It's so funny now how they're getting to the point where they're what is the thing they're doing, like a collab with Jurassic Park?
Oh,
For the
fuck.
Fast and Furious? Did I make that up? Was that a fever dream or
Boy pulls up in the Matrix in a fucking Nissan.
fucking putting a Skoda up a T-Rex's back for a ring of fire?
This calls for one thing.
Family.
Let me get the Hilux. I was trying to do that noise. That raptor noise. I don't have the energy today.
Not too hungover for dinosaur noises.
Hold on. Niall's over there like, here, buy your own if you want to fuck about.
You ain't getting vapes going trees. The fucking vape trees.
What if we just all wake up in 2 days, all of us covered in cold sores and all with COVID?
Vape trees.
From just gangbanging the vapes in our mouth.
The vape tree sounds like a decent wedding reception place.
Yes. Wait, yeah, a couple of cocktails at the vape. Yeah, that's someone's man. That's someone's man. Jesus, the cocktails in the vape chair are too cheap.
It's too fancy.
Who wants a £2.50 to be racked? Fuck's sake. Would you rather drag your bare arse over stovetops on full heat until you die, or go to Russian labour camp for 80 guaranteed years?
Well, at least you get an experience doing the fucking.
I know.
You know, the first one you're just dragging your hole till you die.
What if there's some like Russian supermodel looking folks knocking about there?
Nah, there could be a potential for a coming of age story in the second one.
Coming
First
of
one,
coming
you're
of
just
90,
dead.
coming of 100 and dying. Was Mickey auditioning for Kill Bill? There's a photo. Mickey does have those Kill Bill shoes,
Yes.
the Bruce Lee shoes.
Yeah. A Bruce Lee drip.
I can't slag him because they're he went all in and got the Asics like Tiger, the Japanese ones.
Mm-hmm.
Could be cheap.
No. Ball out.
Man's balling out of control, pulling up in the TT,
Ball out.
pulling up in the
DT pull up.
pulling up in the TT with the fucking kung fu shoes and the driving gloves.
The driving gloves.
If there was room for chicks in that car, I'd be full of them. There used to be this guy floating around our way when we were younger, and he's, he literally like, you got so jealous because you were like, this dude just pulls up, and all these wee girls get in his car. Now, when I look back, I'm sort of going, what age was he?
Yeah, that was an issue.
And what age were these girls that we were hanging about with that would just bounce in the car?
Yeah.
But the dude had the worst underbite I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he used to rave in the car.
Oh yeah.
So and it was convertible, so he was fucking driving around. Like, "Ew."
No wonder the chicks were pouring on.
Yeah.
Did he have that like every dude that like was going out with someone that was significantly younger than him had them like side chops?
The pointy one, the ones that be shaving the point like that.
Yeah. Like it was like one tier of being like an actual pedo.
Oh yeah.
It was like entry pedo, like chops. They all had them.
That was back in the day. I mean, when people were like, "Man, see if you get yourself a sweet car and all."
Just the fucking never stops.
You'll get pulled out
Yeah.
in the car. Will you tour in England at any point? Hopefully see you near Leeds. Was I telling you about the UK tour that they're all strung together?
Oh, I like just fucking.
Did I ask you
machine gunned out.
where you are in the world in November?
I'm in New York.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Would have been a good trip now.
It would have been a good trip.
Just to hit the mainland.
Yeah.
Steal all the Queen's fucking dollar,
No, not much.
all the Lizzies, and come home.
No. You think she's dead? There's a conspiracy theory knocking about she's dead.
You think she's dead and then she's in the Range Rover SVR?
Do you think that was a flex? Do you think she knew it? Everyone was thinking she was dead, and she was like, "Let me pop out these bitches here,
Yeah.
fucking get my sparkle Demontes on."
Get this fucking yellow, dress like a minion.
Yeah.
Jump back into the world.
Yeah.
Walk on, bastard.
Yeah. Started red afraid about this. She fucking fruits.
It's such a fucking stretch, and people are like, "Man, she's a lizard." No, she doesn't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine the Queen was a lizard, and she just, you know what she would do? Sit under a heat lamp at home.
I'd just be amazed at the functionality of the lizard. Walking about drinking tea and all.
I know, driving a Range Rover.
Aye.
At her age, we booster seat. SVR, sounding like a Mustang.
Queen Lizzie, fair Voxter.
Drug dealers and the Queen. That's who drives Range Rover SVR.
What are you doing for the Jubilee?
What?
You doing anything for the Jubilee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got an effigy of the Queen.
Celebrate the monarchy?
Yeah, everyone's a Republican until you get a day off.
Fucking right. Aye, everyone's in the rada. There's a bank holiday.
Brett's out. Day off, you say? Everyone turns into fucking loyalist Lizzo.
When I get more than Brits is Mondays.
I didn't know Lizzo was such a big prod.
She's doing the 12th next year.
Watch. Big Lizzo!
She's probably having a great time.
I mean, she's just a black version of all the women you'd see knocking about. You know what I mean?
Get her a pair of Cookie Monster jammies.
Type of woman would be like, "Do you want another drink?" And then just reach under one of her tits and just be like, "There you go. Orange Wicked."
That fucking Diddy warm WKD.
Oh, fucking.
Pulled from the depths of hell.
Did you watch that documentary, Our Father, on Netflix?
No.
About the guy who worked in a fertility clinic, and he was supposed to be like taking donor sperms and making these women pregnant, and he was just walking next door and just spaffing in a cup and then bringing it back, and he did it to like hundreds of women in the town, so like the whole town is basically siblings.
What the fuck?
But this is back in the day when you couldn't like freeze it.
Uh-huh.
So you had to keep it. So the nurses would like get the wee tube of spunk and just put it in their bra, so it was like body heat, and then walking across to the other lab, and then some girl would be like, "Right, spread them open there, love." Straight in.
It's so wild to be like, this is how I make my mark. I'm gonna fucking
Well, we're going into the psychology of it. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with the cunt. Like,
put a weight on everyone in this town.
yeah, but I think he got to the point where he was so comfortable with the job, he was just like, "Sure, why it's a donor? They don't know. I just get to knock one out and work."
Yeah.
It'd be good to be, like someone's like, what are you doing in there? Like, I'm working.
Red Raw, fuck's sake.
Oh, would be Red Rock. The guy, I mean, the guy
Jesus.
was putting up major numbers. Fucking hundreds of kids in the town.
Yeah, no, he must have had like, you know, the ambition was going somewhere there, you know.
He did. He had, and the thing was, he had lots of like not neurological. What's the word? What am I trying to say? He had issues medically, and every one of the kids had it too.
It was fucked in the head.
Not motor neurons. What am I trying to say? What do you call that? Autoimmune diseases. So,
So naturally, he was wanking on fucking tubes, you know.
yeah. I mean, the accuracy to get it in the tube. I feel like if I ever had to do that, I'd just be like, "Here we go, fucking give me that cup," and then we say, "Blurp," and I would hit the side of a seat.
I can't even get in the toilet. I'm in a tube. No one would see it.
That is the saddest place to have a wank.
Oh, what?
Just above the toilet.
Yeah, immediate disposal.
Oh God. There's no stimulus there.
Nah. Well, you just get the
Your mum
fucking...
going, Aaron, where's that laptop stand on top of the cistern? Why do you keep leaving this fucking iPad holder in the top of the cistern? I don't know. I rest my head on it. My purple head.
I rest my head.
You lads starting the live podcast with some stand-up, or is it straight into the podcast? I would say there'd be some stand-up.
There'll be some stuff.
I dare say there'd be some stand-up, you know, make a show of it. How smelly is your taint? That one's from your mum too.
Honestly, like, you'd probably think it's worse than it is, but it's actually dead on. I shower every day with foam burst, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Flexing on these
Froth
things.
them nuts.
Fucking probably smells like marshmallows.
You seem like a fairly hairless guy.
I am.
You're like a beluga whale.
I'm a low T beta cock, you know.
You're a smooth bar soap.
Yeah.
I wonder, does the hair add to the fumes? It must do.
I'd say so, yeah.
What's your taint like now? Good?
Spotless.
Pristine?
Manscaped.
Shout out to Manscaped.
Do you actually use it enough then? Do we hairless bag?
I don't have Manscaped, unfortunately.
We should. Do you know what? I could sort you out.
Using Gillette's like a fucking pleb out here? Cutting the bag of myself?
Fucking prosciutto falling off it. Taking off slices, Serrano bag.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I feel like I don't want to be one of those guys who are like, I don't think I smell that bad, and everyone else is like,
Yeah.
yeah, you do, bro. I don't think I'm particularly smelly.
Nah.
Am I smelly now?
No, none of you boys smell.
Somebody said, Dave, I think, said that his wife was like, Colin looks like he smells good. Right now I smell like sausages.
It's one of the highest compliments you can receive.
I think so.
Right now, it's just black pudding and strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the taint's probably not great now.
The boys smell like vape shop workers on a lunch break right now.
Like a bag of Haribo.
Am I fucking horse teeth?
Is it me or has English comedy fallen way short? I know you probably cannot answer that, but I thought I'd ask. Truth bomb time. I think some of the best comedians in the fucking world are from Northern Ireland right now.
Oh, aye. What a doubt.
To be honest, I mean, obviously there's, you know, the superstars globally, but like on local scenes.
I mean, if you're talking like size in comparison of like population size to fucking talent, I don't think pound for pound we might be the fucking best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like that lineup tonight is mental.
I can't wait. I
Like,
can't wait to do
it's
that.
so it's so good, and I'm supposed to be emceeing that I'll just be introducing people.
You neglect a Belfast crowd for sure when you fuck off. You know,
You neglect them or you take them for granted.
you take them for granted. Sorry, you just like
so nonchalant, man.
nobody fucks with a Belfast crowd. The closest would be Glasgow.
Yeah, but then some just you know, you seen Action Bronson last night, and I was like, I've seen him perform. I've seen sets that he's put up recently, and none of the crowds were going this mad.
Yeah,
Great crowds
absolutely.
in Ireland in general, but yeah,
Tim Dillon had
Tim Dillon
Dublin as his favourite show as well.
ripped the place. Once again, he had a few of those crowd members who were taking him like at full face value.
Yeah.
They're not sensing the irony whatsoever. Like, yeah, fuck the nurses. And they're like, yeah, fuck them. I'm not clapping for them, silly bitches. English comedy falling off. I don't know. Like you have expressed that the reason you're going to New York is because you're like, if I'm gonna be, you know, struggling and pushing my career, I might as well do it in New York.
I'm a simple man. I just want to do stand up as much as possible, and New York kind of gives you that opportunity more than London does. You know, and there's just like, you know, it's that thing of like, if what you're kind of aiming towards, it should sort of freak you out a wee bit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you see the top comics in New York, you're like, holy fuck, that seems like a whole universe away. Whereas in London, you know, it feels like achievable. It's like, you know, I see how you can get to that point.
You see them and you're like, man, if this motherfucker would just drop this ukulele, I'd smash this gig to bits.
Yeah.
None of these hoes. Right, we're winding this down. Dirty wine. If Aaron shaved his head, he'd look the double of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't think so. I think people are blind.
I think that's just a goatee.
Yeah. It is weird that you have a goatee now they look at it. Not a lot of people with a goatee.
No.
That's like an, you know, like one of these new icks that girls have. They're like, oh, you say something, they're like, oh yeah, well, fucking your beard doesn't even join.
Yeah.
You know?
X are hilarious.
And you're like, don't make me get out the notebook here.
Yeah.
You smelly wee bitch.
We've talked before about fucking the idea I had for men having ox
Yeah.
instead of women having X. Like, women will find a small reason to end a whole relationship with a man.
Yeah.
While there's a man who'll find any reason to hang in there.
One of the yeah, it's vagina, it's called.
You know.
It's called busting in a warmth.
She decked my granny at Christmas dinner with ock. You know, she makes a good lasagna, I suppose.
She was sucking me off in the car on the way home, so
Ock, she lets me touch her, so.
Granny will recover. Hasn't long left. There was that meme and it was like something like, you know, he has to have his own car, his own house, be 6 foot tall and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, and all you bring to the equation is a cracked iPhone and a bad attitude. There's good lads out there now.
Good women too. You just have to, you know, filter through, you know.
There's good women out there. You just have to be a gay man. That's it.
I just figured would my old pair have even have met if it was in this day and age? Do you know what I mean? Because like back in my ma's day, there was no like, you know, like I went on a date in London and I was like, it was small talk.
Yep.
And the girl's like, I'm a Libra.
Oh,
God. I'm an EFMP. My love style is avoidant detachment. I'm like, is this a fucking Dell desktop or a human being?
What's a EFMP? What was that thing?
It's the Myers-Briggs thing.
Uh-huh.
Like a personality type.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah,
But it's almost like people are being like, this is exactly what I am.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of cut through the bullshit here.
You see, there's too much access to like, you know, psychological breakdowns and shit.
Yeah, people shouldn't be.
He can hit you with a medical shit, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, but that's not interesting.
Yeah.
That's boring as shit.
Yeah.
She might as well give you like blood type and fucking.
I think we're too self-aware now.
Probably.
We shouldn't be, you know. My lad didn't get my way because, you know, of what his love language was. That was just because he was, you know, he had a full set of teeth.
Are you allowed to just be like, my love language is, you know, I like to be rewarded with sock jobs?
Yes, I think that
I
is.
feel like my whole life's worth is working towards people wanting to suck me off.
Well, there is a gift one. You know, you like to receive gifts. So I guess that could fall into that category.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
Maureen did, like, I did one that was like, oh, your love language is like touch. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can narrow that down
I'm
again.
a fucking pervert.
And then Maureen's was like, oh, like, I don't know what way it was worded, but it was like through actions, like doing stuff for me. And I was like, yeah, fucking right it is. Fucking right. That's your love language. People doing shit for you.
How do you think you would
Does it
fare?
say bins? Does it say take the bins out specifically?
How do you think you would fare? Because like obviously you and Maureen met like pre-dating app era. How do you think you would fare? Like just
I'd be
nowadays?
fucking terrible.
I can't imagine you doing small talk on an app. Do you know what I mean? Like on Tinder or some bullshit like that. Like I can't do that.
No way.
You know?
No way.
That's the part that destroys me. If it was just a case of like, right, we've matched, dinner's booked.
I definitely think like, well, it's hard to know. It's a weird thing to say. I don't think I would come across well online at all. I think not that I would break someone down, but I would say definitely if it would require just hanging about with me for a long time.
Yeah.
And you would either be absolutely repulsed or you'd be like, fuck, this guy's quite funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No, it's the worst. It's literally the worst. Did you meet your girlfriend pre-dating app? No?
Well, she's Russian. She just arrived in a container.
You lucky bastards, yous. Tell out there, boys. Real
She was
minefield.
just, it was a blind date. She was just waiting in a restaurant, and he just walks in playing the guitar. Santa. Get the Uber.
Blind dates is where you go to Spoons and get to buy like cocktail jugs.
Yeah.
Just fucking get thrashed. That's my idea of a fun date. Just literally going somewhere and getting like half chinned, and then just being like, getting all that. Because, you've got the awkward stage at the start where you're like, this is a fucking stranger I'm talking to here.
Yeah.
A couple of jars of confidence in you. Next thing you know, you're fucking being a bit more self-deprecating and all that carry on. You can kind of judge. Like, people that go for coffee first dates, that is fucking insane to me.
Oh,
Or,
me just sitting there needing a shite,
Aye.
sweating. Like, I'm so impatient anyway. And I've done that with Maureen where I'm like, let's go and we'll bring notebooks to the coffee shop and we'll get a bit of breakfast and we'll have a couple of coffees. And I have a coffee and then I eat my fucking ducka. And then I have the second flat white and I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
and she's like trying to talk and I'm like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go somewhere. And she's like, you're a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it sounds like
It's
hell.
bad. Like,
Let's go for a first interaction. Let's go and drink hot liquid that will make us shit ourselves at some point in the date.
I'm like, taking my belt off as I'm walking to the toilet. I'm fucking order me a fucking baby muffin.
And then dinner's too intense.
I hate
for a
that.
first date.
I hate sitting down anywhere for like a long time.
Yeah.
I hate it. I have to eat and then get up and go somewhere and sit somewhere else. See that, like, we'll go for dinner, we'll chat, and we'll have fucking drinks. No.
Yeah.
It's stiff legs, no?
I've seen a few, like, what seems to be very obvious first date vibes on a tube. And I'm like, you fucked it. You shouldn't be going to another place.
No, that would be a bad side. Some if I was on a date like that, someone would be texting their friend, but he's very aggressive.
Yeah. He's got me in the fucking district line.
He's very abrasive to strangers. He's sweating a lot through his back, through a jacket, in fact.
It's too much, bro. But then I'll talk to some of my fucking female friends, and I'm like, this is psychotic. They're like, on the first like 3 dates, they'll be like a dick to someone else just to show that they can do that. You know what I mean? As if to say, don't fuck with me, or you'll get this too. Like, I'm capable of this.
The girls will.
Oh yeah, it's very methodical. Like, I feel like dudes just kind of freestyle it and see where it goes.
Yeah. But do you know what it is? It's convenience culture. Mm. People think that they're like, oh, I can go on like one date and find someone that I'll just get married to. You're like, that takes a long,
No.
It's sort of like, even people that really get on, sometimes it like takes a minute to like let it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So
sometimes you get that thing where you're like, you work with someone or something, and you're like, at some point,
we will learn.
this is gonna go well.
This is a long game.
But it's fun to let it. Sometimes two people know that. You're like, so fucking see this Christmas Day, bro.
Yeah.
Got a couple of cocktails.
Christmas done.
Christmas Day. I give you fucking stuffing.
Christmas Day.
I give you stuffing, all right.
Like, even my nephew, like, where he's like, God love him, he's an emotional wee critter, and he's broke up with a missus, and he's just like, I just don't know if I'm gonna find anyone else like her. And I'm like, bro, you met her in Mrs. Cousin's physics class.
Yeah.
You're
not gonna meet anyone like her. A culty 17-year-old. You'll do all right.
Yeah. If I could just get, like, if I would say to him honestly, I'll be like, listen, you're 17, everything that you're doing now, and probably most of the people that you're friends with will be irrelevant. And like, by the time you're my age, so don't even fucking worry about it.
Your best mate, loser.
Yep.
You'll move away. You'll come back to your fucking hometown, and that cunt will be like, fucking, you never guess who's pregnant?
Yeah.
And you'll want to kill yourself.
Yeah. The only reason you're friends with him is because you're in the same fucking reading group. Yeah. Both of you's fucking tearing through of mice and men, bonding through that.
On your 8th goosebumps of the month.
I'm pretty sure now when I look back, actually, when we were reading of mice and men, a couple of people dropping the N-bomb in that book.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of books
cancelled.
Like
I've got the receipts.
But when are you given the green light to read it out loud? Because it's in context, it's art.
The air was different back then, Colin.
Yeah.
You could freely drop the N-word and...
Yeah. And he screamed across the road. Like, just really lead into it.
Yeah, if you do the first syllable,
not my words.
Hashtag not my mice and men.
Not all mice.
God love Lenny. Hey, all he wanted was that farm of the rabbits too. Yeah,
but I haven't read it.
the bear fucking...
Right, we'll fucking wrap it up here soon. Did you get a chance to have a proper chat with Kevin Hart? Of course not. Of course not. But we'll see. I'm supposed to be opening for him at the SSE,
Nice.
which could either be good for me or bad, and I'm gonna guess bad.
Nah, bro, that's bad vibes.
If I'm doing it myself, you know what I mean, doing my own show. What if someone was gonna go, I might get tickets for Colin's show, and they're like, senior at the SSE already, it was terrible because people were just filing into their seats,
Yeah. For Kevin Hart.
and I'll go out cold, and then I'll get to bring Shane on the sweet spot.
That is a tight out spot though, because like even for Gillis, I got to go on second at Leicester Square. Had a great time because everyone was in their seats. Shepherd's Bush, you know, it's this big fucking historical venue. But then when I was out there, it was maybe like a quarter filled.
Yeah,
Everyone kind of coming in.
Yeah.
And that is a bad place to do stand up, man.
it's tough, but I don't understand why they have to do that.
But you just got to play to the crowd that's there.
Yeah.
You know, like there was like a whole section on the right hand side. I was just looking at them to make sure I was doing all right. And
Yeah.
then fuck it. What can you do? Like,
Just get that false confidence going.
yep.
I just went completely numb at the Ulster Hall. I was like, no one's listening. No one's gonna give a fuck. I'm just gonna go out and do my wee dance.
Yeah, you kind of mentally exit for a bit and just do your
it's,
stuff.
it's like working as a professional sex worker.
Yeah.
You know, switch the mind off, go to a different place,
Yeah, take that dick.
let someone fuck my mouth.
Yeah.
So the answer is no. Haven't spoke to Kevin Hart. We'll wrap it up there. Well, we've talked for fucking ages, man. My legs are sweating. It's good to get a podcast done, Aaron. Cheers.
Absolutely. It's good to be on.
You guys give me a lot of things. One of them is addiction.
Nicotine addiction.
And shout out to VaporLink for supplying all the vapes.
What a beautiful
And,
time.
What a beautiful time. What's the plan today? Oh, you're going up to
I'm
Belfast?
going to Belfast. Lavery's tonight.
Lavs
tomorrow
tonight.
night.
I dare say I'll try and get a nap in again.
Telegraph Building Friday. What a week. Ferocious week.
Ferocious, man. Never mind Kevin Hart. That's comedy rock star shit there. You know, I have to make a PowerPoint.
Will you fuck up, too?
So there you go.
You just heard through the headphones.
Right, we're getting out of here. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you very much, lads.
Cheers now.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Dead On Mafia.
One more trick. No saying. Get tickets to SSE. Cheers, bye.